Welcome to video 4 of your free 6-week health coaching program. This video is broken up into 2 parts. The first part, we're going to be looking at last week's recommendation, which was keeping a food diary. And then we're going to focus on this week's recommendations of looking at your food choices. Firstly, I want to applaud you for taking the time out to focus on your health. If you haven't already, be sure to watch the other 3 videos before watching this one. Now, before we get started, I want you to grab your food diary. Now, looking at your food diary, here's a couple of questions that I want you to think about. Now, looking back on your food diary, was there something that you noticed? Did you notice any emotional reactions to particular foods? Did you have a bad day and reach out for the bag of potato chips or a chocolate bar? Did you notice that you skipped any meals? Did you help yourself to 2 large servings at dinner? So using your food diary, take a moment just to reflect on this exercise. Was there anything that surprised you? Let me know in the comments below. A food diary is a great way for you to notice any patterns, like how often you eat, how much you eat. For example, if you skipped breakfast and had a small lunch, you might notice that you are reaching out for snacks a little bit more often. And as a result, you might be making some poor food choices. Another example is if you haven't eaten much throughout the day, at night you might want to consume a large portion of food. Simply by being mindful throughout the day, this will help you with your food choices and it's going to help you lose that weight. No diet required. Now that you have a very good understanding about how a food diary works, you might want to try this exercise again over the course of the next 7 days. And this time you might want to focus more on food planning. Which brings me to part 2 of this video, food choice. Now for the remainder of this video, we're going to be focusing on food choices. In particular, we're going to be looking at adding in the good stuff so that you have less of the bad stuff. I want you to note here that I'm not asking you to stop eating a particular food or a particular meal. Your food diary is going to help you identify the foods that need to be reduced in your diet. For this week, I'm going to give you a list of whole foods that I would like you to start incorporating into your meal. And I'm going to make this super easy for you. I've created a whole foods list that you can download in the description below. These whole foods are dairy-free and gluten-free. If you haven't already, head down to the description so you can download the worksheet that accompanies this video. Don't worry, I'll be right here waiting for you when you get back. I'm not a sadomasochist. So how does this work? Looking at your whole foods checklist, I want you to pick one item from each of those 4 categories that you're going to start incorporating into your meals. The challenge here is I want you to pick an item that you normally wouldn't eat. The aim of the game here is for you to go through the worksheet and tick off on your list all the foods that you have incorporated over the next 7 days. Let me give you an example right now. If you head over to Glorious Green Vegetables, you might want to add watercress to your normal regular salad, or peas to a stir fry. As for nuts and seeds, you may want to add some chia seeds to a milkshake, or eat a handful of cashews as a snack, and so on. There are many delicious recipes out there, and I would highly encourage you just to do a quick Google search to see exactly what's out there and what fits in your schedule. In future videos, I hope to share with you some recipes on whole foods. Challenge! I have a bonus challenge if you choose to accept. I'm going to introduce the concept of clean eating. Now, this might mean different things to different people, but for the purpose of this video, I'm suggesting that you have a look at your refined carbohydrates. I want you to avoid eating all the white stuff. And when I say white stuff, I'm talking about your white flour, your white pasta, your white rice, and so forth. Instead, I want you to replace it with your brown. So your brown rice and your brown pasta and your brown breads, etc. Let me know how you went with this challenge in the comments below. In the next video, we're going to be doing some detective work, so be sure to look out for that one. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the like button and notification bell so you don't miss another video just like this one. Thank you so much for watching and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. I'm not a sadomasochist, so you can cross me off that list. But if you're unsure, I insist you